Hello children, it's Mr. Glenn, and as you know I'm a little bit guitar crazy. So today I'm going to show you two brand new instruments that I haven't shown you before, and you'll be interested to know they're not guitars. I know! And they are both harps. So if you look at all these instruments here, can you see a couple that don't look like guitars? Over here, come over here. Over here, we've got the Kora. And the Kora is an African harp that has 21 strings, and the body is made from a dried African pumpkin. I know. Let's have a look. So, this is a Kora, or an African harp, and the body, that is a dried African pumpkin, otherwise known as a calabash. And calabash is an amazing fruit because you can use it for all sorts of things. So this is half, can you see? It's half of a great big pumpkin shape. And they dry them out in the sun and they use them as bowls, as carrying dishes. They use them for water. They use them to sit on. They make drums out of them. They make harps out of them. And can you see that there's a piece of wood that runs right the way through the middle? Yeah, so that neck runs right the way down the middle. Look at all those strings. It's beautiful. Somebody said it looked like a bridge. It does. It looks like a suspension bridge. And this is what it sounds like. It's a bit out of tune. Good job I've got my electronic tuner so I can tune it up. 21 strings. Whew. This could take a while. So if the string is too low, we say it's flat. And if it's too high, we say it's sharp. That's better. Here we go. Can you see that it's got a handle? It's got two handles, one for each hand, and those bars go down underneath the skin. This is like a drum. That's animal skin. I think it's cow hide, cow skin. Okay, and it's held in with kind of big drawing pins. You see, they're hammered in to keep the leather really, really tight, so it's like a drum. And you get drums made out of calabash too, that's the pumpkin. And this big hook here with all of the strings roped on there and then tied on and going over the bridge. Look at this magnificent bridge. It's great, isn't it? And it's like there's two harps. Can you see? There's a row of strings on this side that I play with this hand. So this hand plays this side, and this hand holds onto that bar and plays this side. And you can be like that. There we go. And the strings go in a scale, left, right. So if I play on this side first, and just like a guitar, it's got a sound hole. It's got a sound hole here. Sometimes you can put the electronic tuner on there. And then when I play a note, tell me what note that is. Yeah, that's right, it's an F. You see that? And this one? That's an F as well. So the whole instrument is tuned in F, which means it's very easy to play. You just play left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and you'll get a melody. And I just love the way it sounds. It sounds so happy. Now the kora comes from, well, lots of countries in Africa, because of course Africa isn't a country, is it? It's a continent like Europe and Asia. And in Africa, the two countries that use a lot of kora in their music, in their folk music and their pop music, are Senegal, which is in West Africa, and they're crazy about the kora there, and lots of superstar kora players come over to Europe and play every year. They're amazing, they really are. They play so fast. I'll show you some of their music. And the other country is Malawi, in sort of southern central Africa. Tiny little country, about the same size as Great Britain, and hundreds of really famous kora players come from Malawi, and lots of children are taught to play the kora from a very young age in Malawi. So it's an amazing instrument.
The kora is actually a melodic instrument, so it plays melodies, and it's for singing. So people get taught folk songs and sing-along songs. Not like drums. Drums are for dancing and for rhythm. But the kora is all about songs and melodies. Let's just listen to
Sona Jobate. And she's playing the kora and singing. She's world famous. She's famous all over the world for her singing and her kora playing. And she's playing with her band here.
See how many instruments you can spot. See if you can identify the bass guitar, the acoustic guitar, the kora.
And if you're really observant, you'll see that she's got an electronic tuner on her kora.
And then on the right-hand side, the left-hand side,
there's a very smiley man, and he's playing percussion. And one of his instruments is a calabash. The same African pumpkin turned upside down and played like a drum.
Kora. So that's the African harp, the Kora. And the next instrument, the next harp that I'm going to show you, well, which one do you think it is? Where do you think it is in the collection? It's big and it's made of wood. Can you see it over there? That's called the Guzheng. Everybody say gu, then say zheng. Then put them together and say Guzheng. Guzheng. Yeah. Some people say chicken goujon to remind themselves. So it's the Guzheng. And before I tell you which country it comes from, I'm going to play it to you. And you can tell me which country you think it comes from. Again, it's got 21 strings. I don't know why. 21 seems to be a good number of strings to have on a harp, especially if you come from Africa, and also if you come from this country. I wonder if you can guess what it is. Okay, here it is. The Guzheng. The Guzheng. Yeah, and it's a special harp. I'm going to play you. I'll just mess around for a minute, okay? I'm not a Guzheng player. Nobody's taught me how to play it. But it is tuned in a pentatonic scale. And penta means 5. So it's in a 5-note scale. The Western scale that we use in Europe has got 8 notes in it. Do you remember we did the vocal warm-up exercise? 1, 1, 2, 1, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 notes in our scale. And this pentatonic scale uses 5 notes. You can use the notes in between, but the main scale is 5 notes. And penta means 5, like a pentagon. So let me just play to you for a minute, and you tell me what country you think this comes from. So beautiful. Does that give it away? Oh, it's just beautiful, isn't it? And all I'm doing is running my pick or my plectrum up and down the strings. I'm now going to play you a Scottish tune on this instrument. Have you worked out where it comes from yet? And that was a Scottish tune called Mari's Wedding, played on a Chinese harp. You might have noticed if you were watching closely, I did something with this hand. And what I did was I pushed down on one of the strings. And when you push down on one of the strings, it goes up. The note gets higher because I'm making the string tighter by pushing with my hand. Just have a listen. So in that second part, it goes like this. And this note here, I'm going to play it. But I don't want that note, I want the note above. So as I push down on that string, that sounds really Chinese, doesn't it? And when you make it wobble like that, it's called vibrato. I'll just move you around so you can see a bit better. So that is the Guzheng, the Chinese 21-string harp. Okay, so just to recap, it's the Guzheng, pronounced Gu-zheng. And it has 21 strings, it's a Chinese harp, and it was invented 4,000 years ago. That's twice as old as Jesus Christ. That's 4,000 years, not 2,000, 4,000 years ago, so it's been around. They've dated it back to 4,000 years ago. That's 2,000 years before Jesus was born. And it's tuned in a pentatonic 5-note scale. And there's one more thing that I want to show you, and that's this. Down at the end here, can you see down this end? Let me bring you around. And then if I open this, look. And these are the tuners. And they're just like piano tuners. So this is a special thing that you put on to tune it up with. And that's how you tune the strings. That moving the floating bridges. And I'm just going to wheel you over to the piano so you can have a look inside the piano as well. Can you see? Those are the piano tuners. That's the inside of a piano. This is the thing that you tune a Guzheng with, and that's what you tune a piano with as well, and it fits on there. That's how piano tuners tune their pianos. So it's got some similarities with a piano.